I mean, we're all going to be listening to AM Gold, and I'm curious, who are you listening to right now? Or maybe who's someone that's on your playlist you're really inspired by?
Well, my daughter listens to TikTok. I don't know if you've ever heard them.
Hey friends, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and today we are hanging out with Pat Monahan from the band Train as we celebrate Train's new album, AM Gold. We have Pat here with us. Pat, it's so nice to see you. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here with you. First and foremost, congratulations. The new album, AM Gold. We're at our iHeartRadio album release party. Now, is tonight the first time you're playing a lot of these songs live?
In front of people. Yeah, we've played them in front of each other. And now this is our guinea pig run through. So thank you for helping us do that.
We're glad. I mean, that's going to be a very special night. Is it fun to get to play them for the first time through again to see how the audience reacts?
Yeah, and you know, if they don't react great, then that's going to be terrible. So we don't know what we're up against right now.
So a good test run tonight. But tell us a little bit about this project. Give us the backstory on AM Gold.
Well, you know, I was writing a record and coming to LA and New York and writing with a bunch of writers, and this is years ago. And then the pandemic shut everything down, and I had to figure out how I was going to write a record. And so I did it virtually with a couple of guys in my band, Matt and Jerry. And the songs were just so much better than what I was writing with these professional writers, and it just sounded more like me. It sounded more like what I wanted to sound like. And when my manager was hearing these songs, he was like, "This sounds like an old AM Gold compilation with like R&B and singer-songwriter stuff, and you know, blue-eyed soul and disco." And so then I wrote the song AM Gold to go with that title, and it ends up being the first single.
I love that. Well, I thought we could also do a little album rapid fire game to learn a little bit more. So I'm curious, Pat, what track was the quickest to write or record from the album?
You know, there's a song called It's Everything, and that actually had been written for quite a while. And I wrote it on a guitarlele, which is a 6-string ukulele. I always like to end a record with a song that I would want to hear at my own funeral. And this is the song.
And this was the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think on the album is going to be the most fun to play live?
Well, you know, Cleopatra is pretty fun, and we're going to do that tonight with Sofia Reyes, who's also on that song on the album, and she's a really great talent and a lovely human. That's going to be a lot of fun, but I kind of think all of them are. I love this record, and I know that I'm supposed to love every record, and I kind of do, but this one I can listen to over and over.
Are you most proud of this one, like of your catalog of music?
Maybe. I mean, as an album, for sure. Yeah, as an entire album. You know, people aren't making albums anymore, but Train fans who have been with me for this long, they should hear an entire thought.
So when the album was done, finalized, fully completed, who was the first person you called?
I didn't call anybody.
No one?
I'm staying away from it.
Who's the first person you share it?
No, I just, my manager and I sat through it, figured out which ones were the ones that were going to stay. And when it was mixed and mastered and all the strings and horns were put on it, Butch Walker, who produced it, he and I went on a boat ride and had some champagne, and it was a lot of fun.
I love that. You got to celebrate. I mean, and for you, Pat, making music, you know, for so long now, is there a part of the album making process that you gravitate towards more now, you know, in your life and your career than maybe you did when you were first starting out?
What's important to us now, after all these years, is who's funny and what you're going to do to make everybody laugh. So, like, for instance, my guitar player is the newest part of Train, and so this is his first time he's ever recorded with us. And in the studio, it's a big barn, and there's windows so you can see outside. So we decided the funniest thing for us to do while he's recording his part is if the entire group and the producer and engineer and everybody goes outside and plays catch with a football, because then he'll be like, I'm all by myself doing this, and this, like, and that's funny to us. So that's where you end up after 25 years of making records.
Who is the funniest in the band, would you say?
Jerry is very funny. Jerry Becker is he's a very funny guy. But everyone has an incredible sense of humor. It ends up being what we need from each other, because we rely on each other musically and we can count on that all the time. But a good laugh is always well needed.
Yeah, I mean, and Train has so many songs that fans love. I'm curious for you now, is it more fun to play some of these like classic songs that everyone knows the words to a live audience, or do you really enjoy getting to play some of the new stuff?
It's going to be both. I mean, hearing people sing Drops of Jupiter along with me and Hey Soul Sister is never going to get old, but it certainly would be fun to have a new one to do that too. And so when the record comes out or album comes out tomorrow, we'll get to see what people are streaming or listening to and pushing play or downloading or whatever, and what they're gravitating towards, and that'll help us choose which ones to play live.
I mean, we're all going to be listening to AM Gold, and I'm curious, who are you listening to right now? Or maybe who's someone that's on your playlist you're really inspired by?
Well, my daughter listens to TikTok. I don't know if you've ever heard them. And my son really likes the new Harry Styles song. I like Harry. And I am about to dig into the new Kendrick Lamar record because I love hip hop, but I'm a J. Cole guy. I really love J. Cole, but there's some amazing artists out there. I think that Halsey's really great, and there's a lot.
Yeah, and you guys are getting ready to go on tour. You're going to hit the stage. What can fans expect from this AM Gold tour?
Well, we're out there with Jewel and Blues Traveler, and so we'll share the stage with one another. And camaraderie is always a huge part of making great memories. That's what this experience on Earth is about. And so we'll join each other on stage, and it'll be a big family. And I think the light show would be pretty fun. And if I do some workouts, maybe I'll throw my shirt off here and there. I don't know, probably not.
Oh, shoot.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay, last question for you, Pat. If fans could take away one thing from this album, what do you hope it is?
Well, I think for a Train fan that's been around for a long, long time, I just want them to feel like they were right. Like to hang on and love the band and continue to see us live. I've always wanted to prove Train fans right, and I've always wanted them to feel like it ain't over yet. There's still songs worth writing. I don't really want to stop writing songs and just play what people know. But this is a chance for them to agree with me and think, yeah, I love this new stuff.
I love that sentiment, Pat. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on AM Gold. It's so nice to see you.
Thanks, you too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for all watching. Make sure you stream Train's new album, AM Gold. It's out now on iHeartRadio, and we will see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.